think I chose this article mainly, I think not only because that forest fire was so devastating and has impacted such a massive community, but also because it was affecting people that I knew closely. There were a lot of my friends who grew up in Kelowna and go to this campus now that I know on a personal level and I know were in Kelowna at the time. I really wanted to get their perspective and to see exactly how it affected them. And I think effectively I was able to do that with that article. My name is Avery Nowicki. I'm the communities editor for the Capilano Courier, as well as the writer for Record Heat in BC, our cover article for the September issue. This article focuses mainly on the forest fires in Kelowna from a student's perspective, interviewing 3 different students and getting their personal interpretation of the way that the fires have affected them and their community.
Why do you think this unfortunate event brought the community together?
Well, it's natural for tragedy to bring people together. I think that's just human nature, but especially in a community like that, where it's so tightly knit. It's a large town, but especially I think being so nature focused and having such a large population, you can really see people coming together. You can see this through in the fire hall. There are younger people who have brought up, they have made signs and things like that for the fire department, and people have been running food banks and have been doing different things to kind of engage each other in this time of tragedy.
In what ways have you seen the Kelowna community come together?
I've seen it through a couple of different factors, both in kind of the obvious, where you have many charities that have been running to help support, as well as the unexpected amount of firefighters that are coming in. Of course, the local community, but also people coming all throughout Canada and all throughout BC. You've even had international people coming and joining the firefighting team to really help and support. This has been particularly interesting because after so long of fighting this fire, this team of firefighters are so exhausted mentally and physically, and the community has been so forward in supporting them. You've seen young kids who have been making signs and drawing pictures for firefighters and putting them up on the hall. You've seen food banks, you've seen charities. People everywhere who are in the community or who have just left the community are really doing everything that they can to support them. And especially with how many people have lost their homes and who have seen their homes damaged, you can really see people coming together to show support, both financially and also just in a general way. It's been really nice.
Do you think this sense of community will stay or will extinguish like the fires eventually did?
I think it's natural for that level of community to go down over time, especially with this process of healing. This has been such a traumatic event for so many people, especially the people who are so directly affected. And the main thing is going to be these big causes of what people are doing to kind of bring people together will eventually slow down, especially as the school system starts up again and teachers now are already back in schools and preparing for students and people are coming back. There've been so many people who have been able to come back to their homes. And so as things slow down, I think it's natural that this big eruption of support is kind of going to slow, but it is most important at this time, once people go back to their homes and back to school and try to live a normal life again, that this support continues, especially again thinking about those firefighters. Once that process is done, there's so much emotional healing that needs to happen. So many firefighters have seen their own homes be ruined because of this fire and have had to help, and it's been a terrible experience for so many people. So I hope that healing stays after the fact, just as it has been at the moment.
How can we help the people that are facing the worst consequences of the fires?
I think the main things that you can do, if you're able to donate, absolutely donate. There are some really great charities that have been actually fundraising a lot of money, and that's been going directly to the fire and then also directly to the people who have lost their homes. So that's the main thing that you can do, but if financial aid is not a possibility, you can also donate to the food banks. I believe those are listed in the article, but if not, there's lots of links online. And then if you can't do any of those things, the main thing that you can do is to share some kind words. I think support in any way that you can is so important, but if you're able to say something nice to the firefighters or to anybody who is needing aid right now, social media is a great tool to do so. You can contact them in that way. You can do it physically in the way that these kids have done in the fire hall. Do whatever means that you're able to do, but in any way that we can show support and show some kind words, I think is really helpful in a time like this.